Brady Anderson had a solid MLB career which lasted 15 seasons from 1988 through 2002. He was drafted in 1985 by the Red Sox and made his debut for them before being traded to the Orioles, where he spent most of his career. The strangest thing about Brady Anderson's career was his 1996 season, because that year Anderson hit 50 home runs. 1996 was Anderson's 9th season in the big leagues and his 6th as an everyday starter. To that point, his career high in home runs was 21 in 1992. For each year in the major leagues, in home runs it goes 1, 4, 3, 2, 21, 13, 12, 16, then 50. Anderson was more known for his speed, and he stole 53 bases in 1992. He had never been a power hitter to that point, and all of a sudden he was now one of the best power hitters in all of baseball. He finished second in home runs only to Mark McGwire that year, and also had 110 RBIs and hit .297 in 1996. So at this point, you might think maybe he just made a change to his swing and gained a bunch of power, which happens sometimes. But the next season in 1997, he only hit 18 home runs, less than half of his total from the previous year. In 1998, he also hit 18 home runs, and in 99, he hit 24, then 19 in 2000, 8 in 01, and 1 in 02. He also pretty much kept his speed the whole time. Here are his plate appearances from 1992 to 2001, and as you can see, they're all relatively similar. Rick Ankiel was a huge pitching prospect drafted out of high school in Florida in 1997. He had dominated in high school and continued to dominate when he went pro. His first year in the minor leagues, he struck out 222 hitters in 161 innings pitched and had an ERA of 2.63. This got him called up to the MLB at just 19 years old in 1999. He pitched in 9 games that year and did really well. The next season in 2000 was his first full-time season as a starting pitcher in the MLB, and he did great, going 11-7 with a 3.50 ERA and 194 strikeouts in 175 innings. The Cardinals made the playoffs that year, and Rick was on the mound to start Game 1 of the NLDS. This game would change his career forever, though. Ankiel had terrible control problems. After pitching 2 scoreless innings, all of a sudden in the 3rd inning, he walked 4 batters and had 5 wild pitches. This caused him to be taken out of the game. In his next start, it was even worse. He was removed after just 20 pitches when he couldn't seem to control anything. The next season, when 2001 started, things weren't much better, and Ankiel basically had no control after having the yips. He was sent down to the minor leagues, and the following year sat out with an injury. He pitched mainly in the minor leagues and battled some injuries over the next few years until 2005. That year, he decided to switch positions and become an outfielder. His first season as a hitter was good, and he hit 21 home runs in the minor leagues. After missing 2006 with another injury, he made it back to the big leagues in 2007, but this time as an outfielder.
In the order, no hits.
Ankiel out to deep right field, has a chance to leave the ballpark, it's gone! A 3-run shot for Rick Ankiel back in the major leagues.
He went on to play 7 seasons in the MLB as an outfielder, including hitting .264 with 25 home runs in 2007. He was known as having one of the strongest arms in the outfield and made many good plays. Anthony Gose's career is kind of the opposite of Rick Ankiel, but also very similar. Gose was drafted in 2008 in the 2nd round out of high school as an outfielder. He made it up to the big leagues in 2012 and was in the majors for a total of 5 seasons, 3 with the Toronto Blue Jays and 2 with the Detroit Tigers. In that time, he hit .234, and in 2017, he decided to convert into a pitcher. From 2017 to 2021, Gose was pitching in the minor leagues, and after last appearing in an MLB game as an outfielder in 2016, Gose made it back to the big leagues as a pitcher for Cleveland in 2021. Gose has been a hard-throwing reliever out of the bullpen with 37 strikeouts in 27 innings so far. Terrance Gore has 7 big league seasons, and in that time, he's appeared in 102 regular season games total and has just 77 career plate appearances, but has 40 stolen bases. This is because Gore's mainly been used as a pinch runner. In fact, 2019 is his only season where he's had double-digit plate appearances in the big leagues, with 58. When you only get a couple of bench players per MLB team, you don't really see players used in the big leagues as just a pinch runner. But Gore is such a good base runner that it's worked, especially in the postseason where runs are so valuable. Gore has been a part of 3 World Series winning teams and has mainly been a minor league player. There he has over 2,000 career plate appearances and is a .236 hitter with 316 stolen bases and 1 career home run. Adam Dunn was possibly one of the most consistent and classic power hitters of all time. All he seemed to do was hit home runs, get walked, or strike out. His major league career lasted 14 years, from 2001 to 2014. He was very consistent and rarely injured. Aside from his rookie year in 2001, he played in at least 100 games in the big leagues every single year of his career. For 4 seasons in a row, from 2005 to 2008, Dunn hit exactly 40 home runs each year. Then, the next 2 years, he hit exactly 38 home runs in each season. He was walked 100 times or more 8 seasons and led the league in strikeouts 4 times. If you add up Dunn's career home runs, walks, and strikeouts, and divide that by his total plate appearances, you get 50%. That means for his entire career, half the time Dunn was up, he was going to do one of those 3 things, which is pretty crazy. Adam Greenberg was drafted by the Chicago Cubs in 2002 out of the University of North Carolina, and after several solid seasons in the minors, he was called up in 2005 to make his major league debut. That ended up happening against the Florida Marlins on July 7th, when he was brought into the game to pinch hit in the 9th inning. However, on the very first pitch he saw in his MLB career, he was hit in the head with a 92-mile-per-hour fastball from Marlins pitcher Valerio de los Santos. Greenberg was immediately removed from the game after suffering a concussion, and he ended up missing the rest of the season. When Greenberg returned to baseball the next year, he was back in the minor leagues. He ended up struggling the next few years in the minors, and eventually was playing independent professional baseball. After not making it back to the major leagues since getting hit by a pitch, in 2012, Chicago Cubs fans started a petition to get Greenberg one more at-bat in the major leagues. Late in the season, he ended up getting it when he signed a one-day contract with the Miami Marlins, the same team he had faced when his career started. Greenberg was brought in to pinch hit and ended up striking out against the Cy Young Award winner R.A. Dickey. After that, he didn't play in the MLB again, and in 2014, he retired. Similar to Greenberg, John Paciorek had an MLB career that lasted just 1 game. Paciorek began his professional career at age 18 in 1963 in the minor leagues for the Houston Colt 45s. On the very last day of the regular season in '63, Paciorek was called up to the big leagues to make his major league debut. He had a great game, going 3 for 3 with 2 walks in 5 plate appearances, and had 3 RBIs as well. That was the last game of the season, unfortunately, but the next year he was invited to big league spring training, but he struggled. He started out the year back in the minor leagues, but hit just .155 in 1964, and after that played in the minor leagues until 1969 when he got injured and his baseball career ended. His career will go down as one of the best one-game careers in MLB history. Jason Lane first got called up to the big leagues with the Houston Astros in 2002 after spending almost 4 years in the minor leagues, including hitting 38 home runs in Double-A in 2001. He ended up playing in the major leagues from 2002 to 2007. He basically had just 3 seasons where he was an everyday player in the majors, from '04 to '06, with his best being in 2005 when he hit .267 with 26 home runs and 78 RBIs. In 2007, though, he hit just .209 and was sent down to the minor leagues in Triple-A. He ended up spending the next 7 seasons all in Triple-A, being so close to the major leagues and never getting called back up, until finally in 2014 when he was called up to the major leagues with the San Diego Padres. He ended up playing in 3 games and getting a pretty funny base hit.
These Braves, a perfect story. And he nubs one fair. He didn't even run out of the batter's box. Maybe he didn't know where it was. He'll get a base hit out of it. He stayed there. The way he hit that, he cued it over the first baseman Freeman's head.
After that, he decided to convert into a pitcher and had several MLB appearances for the Padres that year as a pitcher. He pitched the next season in the minor leagues in AAA for the Padres, and after 2015, he retired. The gap of time between major league appearances of 7 years between 2007 and 2014 is one of the longest in major league history.